No, that card is very, very strong. All right, so Lewis Kaplan, 12-2. Jung Park, 12-2. The winner of this match, in fact, of this game rather, is going to be in the top 8 of Grand Prix Minneapolis here. I've got Jacob Van Luden in the booth with me. I'm Marshall Sutcliffe, and we are poised for top 8 here, as we've got probably our last one in on camera here. Randy's been bringing us the updates. The top 8 lists have been gobbled up over the course of this last round, and here's Halimar Depths to start things for Junior Park. Card we don't see that often in Modern.
Go ahead.
Can be pretty good with fetch lands and stuff, though.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to pick whichever of the top 3 cards you want to draw on the next turn, and then, you know, when you're playing a deck like Junior Parks, he has cards like Search for Tomorrow, Sakura Chibelder, a bunch of things that shuffle his library, so he can really manipulate those cards to the top or bottom of his library here.
Okay, well, Noble Hierarch, turn 1 for Lewis Kaplan. And Junior Park is going to play Sakura Chibelder. So pretty nice start for both decks here. They really kind of have what they want to be doing early. And there's a Kasali Pride Mage. Doesn't do a ton in this matchup, huh?
Yeah,
Am I missing something? I can't think of.
I mean, there's some versions of the deck that have Prismatic Omen.
Yeah.
Junior Park's deck does not have Prismatic Omen.
Right. So it's just going to start attacking?
Yeah, I don't think there's much it's going to do besides attack. But it's pretty strong as an attacker. I mean, a 2/2 Exalted here. It's going to be attacking for 4 the very next turn.
That's right.
And Lewis needs to be aggressive here.
This is interesting because Lewis actually could have gotten in for 2 damage his turn if he wanted, but he's kept his life total deftly above 18. He could have played an untapped Hollowed Fountain and attacked with his Noble Hierarch, but he knows the difference between 18 and 19 against his opponent is big. Oh, wow. Speaking of big, Anger of the Gods. You mad, bro? Boom. Both creatures gone. Complete reset of the board for Junior Park, and Lewis Kaplan can do nothing but play a Misty Rainforest and say go. Brutal. Anger of the Gods has made such a splash in Modern.
Yeah, really powerful card here. Let's see what Jude comes up with here.
It's a Search for Tomorrow here. He's just going to hard cast it.
Yeah, the nice thing about Search for Tomorrow is that it puts the land into play untapped.
That's right. Randy, do you have an update for us?
Yeah, a couple more game 3s. Taylor Lane even things up against Matt McCullough, and Nick Bonham even things up against Vidyanto Wijaya.
Okay.
Lots of game 3s, lots on the line.
I like that.
Go ahead.
All right, Lewis now German in 19, dangerously close to that 18 number.
I mean, this is just getting very, very scary here, right? I mean, even if it's not at 18, it's not like that means that Junior Park can't kill him. It just means he needs to get 1 more land into play before he does.
Yeah, because the Scapeshift deck, when it has 7 lands in play, it has the capability of casting Scapeshift to deal 18 points of damage. But once it gets 8 lands in play, it does 36 points of damage. So things start to get really out of hand as those numbers increase more and more. I mean, once the deck has 9 lands in play, you're looking at you know, a full 54 points of damage. So
yikes. Now, right now, Junior Park firmly in the driver's seat, though. He is under no pressure whatsoever. He is at 20 life, and he has all the time in the world. He's already at 6 lands in play. As of next turn, just with his natural land drop, he could be all the way up to 7.
And with that Search for Tomorrow in his hand, it's looking like he could even be at 8 here.
He wanted to leave up counter magic here, and there's that Glenelender Archmage that we talked about. If Junior Park is going to be able to go off next turn, then he can ignore the Archmage, because this is tapped out here for Lewis Kaplan. He's already played his land for the turn. If he does not have the ability to go off, he is going to want to keep that Archmage off the table. It's really, really annoying for him.
Yeah, the thing
He
is
said it resolves. This is bad news for Lewis Kaplan.
Yeah, so if Junior Park top decks a land here, then he can win on the following turn.
Does he have Scape Shift in his hand?
He does have Scape Shift, and he has a Search for Tomorrow, which can put him up to 8 lands if he draws a land next turn.
Yep, and he can cast Search for Tomorrow and cast Scape Shift in the same turn.
Correct. However, if he does not draw one of those cards, then he's going to have to pass the turn back and with Glenelg Archmage mana open. So what he's likely going to do is he's going to Snapcaster Mage that Anger of the Gods.
Okay.
And then that's going to allow him to exile the Glenelg Archmage with the Anger of the Gods.
Rendering the Persist nullified.
Correct.
And then he's just 1 land drop away.
Yes.
Lewis Kaplan does not play black. He doesn't have Sing Collector. Doesn't have Thoughtseize.
Yeah.
Doesn't have Entomber Exarch.
Glenelg Archmage is his most important card here. And
there's
Junior
a
Park
land.
drew the land, so it looks like he's got it here. I think Search for Tomorrow plus Scape Shift, and that's going to do it.
Park is making sure that he gets everything set out perfectly, but if he does, he's going to be in the top 8, and he's going to knock Lewis Kaplan out. This is a huge, huge, huge one, too, because the top 8 of this event get invites to the Pro Tour.
Oh, he does not have Search for Tomorrow. It's double Scape Shift in hand for him.
Oh, he's got double Scape Shift? All right. Well, he's going to have to go with that Snapcaster plan that you mentioned and just have to wait around, I guess.
Yeah, that seems to be the play here.
Now, he does have a Search for Tomorrow in his yard. That would leave him a mana short, though, right?
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to, if he was casting that Search for Tomorrow,
he would have 3.
He would have 3 mana and then be unable to go ahead and get that Scape Shift. So now all he needs to do is draw land, and then he has access to double Scape Shift here.
Okay, this is huge. Lewis Kaplan has to find something that he can do, and he is going to go deep into the tank here to start. Tied at 1 game apiece with top 8 on the line here, and not just top 8. This event is big enough so that the whole top 8 are going to get invites to the Pro Tour as well. Is there anything that Lewis can do besides hope that Junior Park doesn't draw a land? He's going to play something for 5 mana here.
Maybe Kiki-Jiki?
It is Kiki-Jiki, and he's
a
going to attack.
Kiki-Jiki.
Just a Kiki-Jiki beatdown, and we are 1 land drop potentially away here for Junior Park. Not every day you see the Kiki Pod deck just run out the legendary 5-drop there and just go into battle mode with it when his opponent at 20, but he had no other reasonable choice, it seems.
In Junior Park, he doesn't have the land that he needs. So
he did not find it.
On this turn right now, he's going to be forced to just pass the turn. And I believe that he drew Repeal, which puts him in a pretty safe place from getting comboed out in the following turn. He can bounce that Kiki-Jiki back to his opponent's hand, but still got to feel a little bit dangerous for him. Another option is that he could actually cast Scape Shift here. Not for the win, but to kill that Kiki-Jiki and to put himself in a position where he can kill his opponent the next turn with another Scape Shift, I guess.
I mean, does he really need to kill Kiki-Jiki?
I don't know. I kind of like just leaving open Repeal here.
Mm-hmm. All right, Scape Shift. Is he going to value cut here? He's got to be careful with these mountains. This is a theme that we've touched on throughout the course of the weekend with the Scape Shift deck, is that it does not run that many mountains, and if you're not careful, you can run out of mountains and not have a win condition. We've seen it on camera before.
Yeah, so he's going to be able to deal 15 points of damage divided between...
in thirds?
Yeah.
In threes?
In threes. So 5 different 3 triggers are coming out. One of which is going to go at this Kiki-Jiki. And then 4 of them, so 12 points of damage, will go to Lewis Kaplan. So Lewis Kaplan's going to go to 7 here.
And is there anything that Lewis can do? Because I'm assuming now the plan for Junior Park is just to do this again.
Yes.
and it's just for the rest. So as long as he has enough mountains floating around his list, he can just make it happen by playing back-to-back scape shifts here.
Correct.
It's tricky.
So he's going to go ahead and sacrifice 3 lands. Only 3. Only sacrifice 3. You're sacrificing 4 lands? You are crazy. You're a crazy person.
He's double-checking his graveyard to see what he has in there.
Okay.
Junyoung Park on the verge of victory. He sacks 4 lands here. He made sure to count. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3, and there's 4, and that's going to do it. Junyoung Park wins and puts himself into the top 8, including getting an invite to the Pro Tour.